Now that I think about it, that doesn't make much sense. So I have no idea.
Down it just in case. Yeah, this thing has 1700 health, 500 stamina, 827.9% melee damage.
See if you can breed one in the time and get it even better.
I won't be able to breed it.
Alright. That sounds good enough though.
There's only 35 minutes, so... And actually it might be worse because we don't have another high level dodo.
Although that said, I am going to go out dodo hunting.
In case another dodo event pops up.
But
235 sounds like the highest you can go anyway, right?
well, it was like a 203, so it actually, or 213. It actually was probably a 140.
It was a 135. And you tamed it, remember?
Oh yeah, did I tame it?
It was like one of your first dodos tamed.
Oh, it was probably 135. Yeah.
It was one of the first ones tamed. It was the first one you actually knocked out without shooting in the head and killing it in one shot with the crossbow.
Minutes. Timer. I don't know. That's why I gave it some enduros too. Yeah, I can go taste.
Who's on the bar?
That would be me.
You're on the Twitch stream. Perfect. This is my entertainment for now.
It's all good.
I almost was behind the bar, and then I realized it was furniture.
When you sit at the stools, they they sit the wrong way.
Yeah, they have to replace they have to be placed the way you're looking. So if you're like standing like right here, you have to get over this side of the bar, place them from here.
Probably would have actually been better off just pumping it all into health.
Oh, can they hear me on stream too?
There we go. Yeah, they can
There it
hear you.
is. There's Crimson.
I wasn't in TeamSpeak.
Oh dear.
Get mentioned.
Hey Badger,
Yeah.
if you're looking, I can give you my new username since I bought a second Xbox for the Daddy, and we have it up and going now. If you want to join it, try to get a
You
feel
do.
for it. Yes.
Yeah, I've had people messaging me all week actually.
Oh, about it?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've had like 10, 15 people like, "Hey, Badger, when's this dedicated server going up?" I'm like, I don't know. I gotta find out from Chief Shocker.
Yeah. If you want, let me see. I can just type it into the thing here. This is my new username on the other Xbox. Capitalize it, right? That doesn't matter.
Tab out. Go to
There we go.
architects.
Alrighty.
Website ARC template. ARK.
And there's no password for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ooh, shots fired.
I think that's what, Cricket, you as well as on Xbox?
I do have Xbox, but I haven't been playing on Xbox.
Gotcha.
That's odd. Fear
Never fear, I is here.
I is here.
Come on.
I was looking at it through my
What movie is it from?
I actually don't recognize that one.
Hackers.
Yeah.
But got you this
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it sounded familiar.
As for the best, I like the rest.
Like the rest. I always liked that character that
That's for the
played the
Plague.
Plague. Yes. He was in the TV show Early Edition. Anybody remember that?
I never watched it, but I remember it being out where like there was a newspaper that basically was like 7 days in the
Yeah, essentially
Future or
he'd get the Sunday paper and it would have like things that were happening in the week.
yeah.
The Plague was kind of his partner to help him fix the problems.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The faded whistle has been blown.
Did I just call everybody's?
Yep, because we're all in the same tribe.
Whistle. Yeah. Then click on Dodo.
Shit, where did
All right,
whose
where's
is
my...
this?
that'd be the Argentavis I borrowed. Yeah, it'd be that.
That's
Oh, it's right
still
there.
where it is. I managed to get that one.
Yeah, we're going to leave him right there.
And,
Well, no, we're not.
Where's this one? Where was this one?
Up
was
top.
That one's up top.
Dave's
right
right there. That's pretty much where I parked him. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Alright.
There's a Tapajara right here. One sec, let me fix that.
The Santa hat on it is ridiculous. I did not see that.
I can't wait
Yeah,
to
so
have
I-
battles in here. This is gonna be a fun time.
I got a freaking turkey around still. They're supposed to be gone, but I just logged into my
45
private
female.
server, my single player, and one's in my house.
Oh God.
Yeah, I log into my
Okay.
house. I'm like, oh shoot.
Oh, look, it's a bobber. Oh, his lips stole bread.
But I can make this with the other one to get an egg. Or the other one goes to war.
Oh, what a...
You guys know there's a wyvern down there on the cliff?
That's I think that's one of ours.
How are you supposed to do it?
That's Esme's, in fact. She admin herself up here. She
Oh.
couldn't park it on the thing. She couldn't figure
Actually, I
out how to get it
bet
parked.
you. Bet you it's actually one of my. Oh my gosh. Oh, yep, that's mine. Youngest trip. The baby.
Tell the guys I'll be back here in a couple minutes, so unless we're starting in like a minute and a half, I'll be back before we start.
But got you this time.
I'm 6.
Oh.
I'm recording this too. Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Nasty alien monkey spider thing is shooting purple goo at me.
Dodo.
So many things.
Oh my god, you talk like a sailor.
I swear I heard Esme, and I was like, wait, where the hell is she?
I've never done it before. I never breed animals, so that would be a new experience.
It's almost like she was here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's down in the other channel. I'm like, it's weird. Why am I hearing her?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, what? How's she doing that? X very
That's
well.
all the voodoo.
What is this? Something dead here?
I gotta set up one of those.
I've got.
I was just about to give you my furs.
Hang on, I'm just gonna mute myself really quick here.
Honestly, I think this has been one of my favorites.
Just hold on 1 second, because otherwise you'll start dying.
Illuminant.
I got shark following me right now.
Followed by Prometheus has been killed by a manta.
Yeah.
Oh, you look real sexy there, sexy foe. Don't look at me like that.
What else?
Are you judging me?
Click.
Drink my beer.
Judging me. Judging me. It looks
But
like
your
you're judging
resolution
me.
got screwed up.
Looks like you're judging me. You're
I hate these
judging
things
me.
are disgusting.
I don't like when people judge me.
Go into options.
I think that's all the new ones.
Blueprints.
Oh
I
no,
have
Rated Arc
returned.
went offline.
Pretty sexy there with your, whatever the hell those things are in your arms. Oh, nope, stop your whistling. Oh, Jesus. There they go, all the birds, they're gone.
No.
Get
That's
back.
you. That's you.
I love the
God.
immediate.
I'm gonna take your goddamn whistle away from you. That's what's gonna happen. Gonna get it taken away.
You're gonna have to take his lips. He's trying to do it. Oh man. I need to decide if I should do something. I think I'm okay.
Oh, you gonna run away? No timeouts.
User entered your channel.
I'm out of here. Oh, you suck.
And what's the name of that dedicated server?
There's no name to it. It's just my username.
Alrighty.
He's down. He's down. What do you
User
got?
left your channel.
Run your pockets, fool.
I'm 6.
Fucking suck. I'll tell you what. Okay. Alright. That's we're gonna pick on the little guys.
User
see how this
disconnected
works.
from your channel.
Where is he? I hear him.
Where
But
is
I
he?
don't
I
see
hear
him, but I don't see him. He sounds
I'm right
close.
here.
Who is he that you're talking about?
Oh, there he is.
Talon
Levels.
We should have a drunken fight.
Yeah.
There's beer over here. Come here. Let's have a
Oh,
drunken
beer.
fight. It's a lot heavier than you would think, though. That threw me off last game.
Oh yeah.
Drunken bar fight. Oh, he gets him in the
Are
corner.
you guys taking damage?
Oh. I don't know.
That answers my
Yes.
question.
Yes. That'd be correct,
Has,
sir.
has
so I
anybody ever tried giving beer to a dino?
All right, guys, I'm bringing everybody down. We got our
Should I not
stream
use
up.
this in here? You guys are taking damage.
Hello.
All right.
Are you sure that's really Esme, or is that more sound
No,
clips?
it's really me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
These sound clips are getting very realistic, so I think maybe people are
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
listen
I
to the
broke
new
your
ones.
shirt.
I'm bringing everybody
man.
down.
There's
How
a
am I
better-
supposed to go on?
The
We
key
have,
is Goon's not here.
I know.
Oh my
he has...
god, you talk like a sailor.
Oh my gosh.
Never mind, we don't need him.
That
I've
is
never
so
done
silly.
it
before. I've never
Actually, they're all-
breed animals.
They're all locked.
It would be a new experience.
Hell.
One.
Fiber silk, time fiber.
Oh god, you're such a brat.
What got you this
Such a
time?
brat. Alright, I'm pulling everybody down who's recording tonight. So
Okay.
that is Iron Badger. Here we
I hope that
go.
Ogata, you're such a brat. got
Quicksilver, you're
captured
going.
User was moved out of your channel.
Prometheus, you're
You
going.
were moved.
Word.
Hey, folks,
User
do you
was
have
moved
any
to your
silk or
channel.
anything? Because
You need silk?
got the high
User
fiber.
was moved to
Just
your
need
channel.
silk.
User joined your channel.
Alright, we are all in the team speak.
I'm already started drinking,
Quite the
or
crew
at least my
tonight.
character
Me
has.
too.
So.
You know,
I'm sitting at the
I'm
bar
gonna have
drinking.
to... Oh, cool.
The bar fight's
sick.
already started.
Yeah, and he broke my clothes.
I'm
What is
sorry.
there something dead here? Alright, now we want to keep our clips to a minimum so it's not overdoing our people.
Closing it now.
Okay, I'm recording locally, just so everybody knows.
I am
Okay,
too.
nope.
For
Here comes
for
Lee on a quid.
posterity.
Yep, I got plans.
I got plans.
I'm double hearing like most of you guys. Hey Lee, you're oh you know what you doing over there? Sniper!
That sounds suspicious.
Dang it, if I hadn't closed my
Close the doors, quick. Press 111.
Can you shoot it in the head with your sniper rifle?
It's
Oh, wait.
it's all ones.
I want...
Close the
I wonder
doors.
if I can
Oh!
open the chat room on
He shot the bartender.
Nobody.
Hey, Full Metal!
You hit
Yeah,
me.
So, we could totally see you, like, doing whatever cheat thing you're doing. It's like spamming the whole stream. And Full Metal says that is cheating.
No,
totally hear
I'm
him.
bringing in darts for everybody.
Yeah, we're done. He said
I'm
that's
already
cheating,
down.
eh? I could totally hear him in my head saying it too. That's,
Oh, shit. What was that?
Would you believe I actually tried to miss?
What was that?
It was a rocket launcher.
Oh,
Dude!
wow.
Leave the Lumen to
Talk about
pick it up.
overkill. I was shooting trank darts at you.
I tried to jump and have it overshoot your bird, and then you moved like the
User
whole bird
in your
moved.
channel started
It's
recording.
Oh, man.
Damn, I'm still down. That one trank dart.
okay.
One trank dart took you down.
Hey, get out of my pockets.
I'm not in your
I
pockets.
saw you.
Oh, dude.
I was not in your pockets. I was getting water.
Oh.
I don't do that.
From
I do not do that.
Yeah, Limited, that was like called for, man.
Sweet brown stuff is on the floor, foe. I don't know. Somebody needs to clean this place up. It's craziness.
Well, Bobbert's on his way. I'm...
Oh, all right. Well, I'll pick it up for Bob.
Oh no.
Save the brown stuff for later. If you know what I mean.
There's some
Oh
for you.
yeah.
Okay, where are we recording? All these
I'm lost in this
magical
like
places.
labyrinth.
I'm gonna have a seat right.
Well, stay still
There's
and
a table
teleport.
The
over
huge
here.
round table that's in front of the awesome window of Living Scorched Earth.
Oh, this is amazing. I'm gonna sit right in this cozy little. Okay.
Whoa, whoa.
Don't even touch the floor.
Now I'm opening up the show notes.
Oh yeah, I probably
Uh-oh.
should do that.
The
Oh, you
Jerobo's
broke my shirt
gurgling or
too.
something.
Oh, you captured the sweats? Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
I'm trying to figure where to put it.
That reminds me. Show notes. Where are they?
Damn
Notes
it!
would be good.
Hey,
I'm base
Prometheus?
jumping with
I
no
know.
parachute off this thing.
what are you doing that you keep hitting J?
I sit down and then I switch to K mode so I can see myself and then
TeamSpeak.
I accidentally. Fuck, man.
Any idea where my body fell?
Oh, there goes the birds again. I'm not getting up this time.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
You guys.
I'm done getting up. I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
Probably in this group of Allosaurus down here. There's like 7 of them.
Great.
Alright, let me fix this door. Oh, the storm is coming. Uh-oh, where am I? Oh, my wyvern too? Jesus.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Oh, doing over there? Looks like there's a lot of boxes coming out of his.
What the heck?
No.
Looking in some of the stuff in the show notes, specifically the one tweet by Jeremy.
Hey, come down here. Do you see me down here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Interested, disturbed.
Okay.
I do not see you.
I'm right below you. At your 9 o'clock.
All right,
Now
we
you're
gotta
10 o'clock.
We're gonna get our stuff.
You're running towards Allosaurus. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Quite a few of them. I missed you.
What are you doing over here?
Did you get your stuff?
No, I don't know where my body's at.
Grab a long neck, grab some darts, people, if you want some. It's in the boxes over
I miss you again?
Just land and I'll hop on real quick.
there. He's like, no.
Oh, Prometheus is dead.
Oh, it's hot in
Shit.
here.
There are beds everywhere. Holy shit.
Okay.
Ah, that sucks.
That didn't help with the heat at all.
Probably landed on this little outcrop right below us.
Alright, there's a tent in the back behind the bar outside.
Nope, I see my body. Floating in midair right there.
So you come here often?
Yep.
I can't
It's
help
me
myself.
that would you rather is cruel.
It won't let me access inventory.
Do a deep fly and see if you can.
Are you burning alive in there?
No. Oh, are they?
No, I'm
You're
good.
okay.
No, that's
All
not
right,
good shit.
so we're gonna start
I
talking
can't.
show notes. What are you guys doing? Are you
Trying to
still-
recover my body.
Oh, where's your body, dude? Where'd you fall?
It's
He's
fell off the
floating.
edge here. I'm trying to recover the stuff off of it. It's floating in midair. Let me move
All
the
right, so
quets a
while
little bit.
Lee recovers his body, we are going to go over. We have Lee's introing the show. Then we're going to go to our loot drop, and Quicksilver's reading our listener email, and Foa's reading our Dear Diary. And then we go into our Fresh from the Forge. We'll cover up some news up front, some tweets I'll do. And then I think Prometheus, did you? Yep, he did the show notes or the patch notes. And then we will hop into our main topic of the show. Sounds good.
Dear Diary.
I hope my intros work this time. I don't think I'll be able to hold my button down because last time I had to go over all of them because running ARC kicks in like my extra fan. I have 2 fans and like one of them was really loud last time. And I was like, I had to hold the button down so you guys could hear the intro. And I was like, zzz, and I was like, what the crap?
So that's what that
annoying.
was. I could hear that.
Yes, it was so stupid. It irritated the crap out of me. So if you guys don't hear the intro, just pretend that you did. But I will be playing it and then all that stuff. So
Well, we'll wait
just
for
be
your cue
patient.
then when you start
Yeah.
talking. When you start
Yeah.
talking again, then we'll know it's done.
Sounds good. Because normally you hear you guys go, I don't hear anything. Why don't I hear nothing? I'm like,
What, are we all of a sudden Chinese?
yes.
Yes. Well,
That was the only voice that popped out of my head right now. I'm on cough medicine and I
My
had to make some
Chinese
coffee.
impersonation reminded, like, it just has me throwing a handful of change down a flight of stairs.
Never mind, wrong person.
Oh, goodness dang. You stop!
wow.
Nah.
Wow.
Just want to point out we're on a live stream, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
several.
nah,
It's
nah.
just a joke, everybody. Jesus.
And now we're there.
You know how many
We've got
Irish
it.
jokes I get?
It's, send your hate mail to at fullrender@gmail.com. No, yeah, so I think, is everybody ready to hop on?
It's okay because I have a
Yes,
friend
I'm
who's Chinese.
just gonna have to give up
Yeah,
on this.
It's okay. Oh, getting
I'm
your
always
stuff?
ready.
Okay.
Luminen, were you able to access the inventory of my corpse there?
I was not, nor was I able to drag your body.
Hell. Okay, we're gonna make a firm rule right now. No rocket launchers in a
You said
track
firm.
fight, okay?
You said
We can
firm.
do that when we're done. Okay?
Can you help me get my wyvern real quick?
Were you going to? No, weren't you
I gotta
guys
get beside
going?
I'm dying.
Weren't you guys going? Were you gonna do?
There's a tent behind the bar, dude, outside.
Were you guys gonna do like a competition or whatever, like we did last week, or did you not want to do that?
We
I
can
guess
do
it's
that.
a little too late now.
I need water.
Could be some water in the bar.
Can't get in the. Oh, there's the tent.
Okay, so Mr. Lee, you are going to get us started after I hit the intro. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'll just fucking die and respawn, whatever.
That's okay. It's Ark. You'll
Come
be
inside the
okay.
tent.
It doesn't do any good. I'm gonna die of thirst before. the heat
I have here, I
gets
have a
over.
canteen.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the intro. Here we go.
Bow.
Oh.
All right, Lee, you're up to bat.
Oh, man, my docs just decided to resync. Give me a second.
You were having such a hard time tonight.
Oh. What happened? Did you get shot in the face with a rocket?
Oh God.
Alright, welcome survivors, new and old, to episode 35 of Rated Ark, the Ark Survival Evolved podcast. Today is December 3rd, 2016. We are a CRR gaming group hosted podcast, so that means the voices can change each week, but the roundtable discussion will always be about Ark. We have many ways you can contact us to share feedback, tips, or adventures. You can reach the show by emailing ratedark@gmail.com, tweet the show at ratedark on Twitter, grab the RSS feed, get our show notes, and apply to join us in-game at ratedark.podbean.com. And you can now watch us record each episode on Twitch at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at www.twitch.tv/ratedark and on YouTube.
I was like,
Right.
I'm totally throwing in all that other stuff. It's gonna be like, holy crap! What more? What more?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's new. Okay, well, just keep reading.
Yeah.
And I will keep reading on down the list now to introduce everybody. We've got a large cast tonight, starting with Esme.
Hey.
And Foe.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Myself. And Chief Shocker.
Hello there.
Chief Juggalugga.
And Iron Badger.
Good evening, everybody.
Mr. Luminen.
Hello.
Prometheus.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And Quicksilver.
Yo!
I think that does it for our introductions. Ready to move on.
All right. Well, that means it's time for Loot Drop, where we will give a big CRR gaming group welcome to our new members: Dino, Scaba, Unis, Laser Range 14, or Laser Angel, Laser Angel 14, and T-Tech 96 X Bone. Welcome, everybody. And next we're going to have Quicksilver sharing a listener email.
All right, this is from Survivor CJ Underdog 24. I would like to see a workstation added to the game that allows you to reload ammo. As opposed to spending a great amount of resources per bullet all the time, why not get a casing byproduct when firing advanced bullets? These could be taken back to a loading station and filled again for a few ingot and gunpowder refilling 20 or so at a time. Seems like it would balance the lack of firearms I see on ARC. I play on official servers and the bullets are expensive when you're talking 1 times resources. What do you guys think? Hey guys, short-term binge listener here. I downloaded Podbeam about a month ago and I learned of your podcast. I work dog watch in a very slow-moving job, and upon finding this podcast, you guys have become my top favorite. I have now listened to pretty much every podcast you guys have put out, chosen in a random order, really enjoying what you guys are doing. It is better as you guys become more comfortable and friendly with each other. I especially like the fact you guys seem to be having a great time while recording those. The longest podcast I have encountered before has been around an hour long, so I was shocked when I found some of yours around the 3-hour mark, and even more shocked when I find myself wishing they went longer. The addition of Would You Rather is a really cool idea, and it is great to hear a segment where anything could happen. However, you guys have made me second guess myself, as I do not find a lot of them disgusting. What is wrong with me? Haha. Listening to this podcast,
I'm going to guess a lot.
Probably. Listening to this podcast has gotten me interested in a more social experience while playing, as I have only ever played games with 1 or 2 friends. I have applied to join the CRR group, and I hope to have some fun experience with other members of this group, like getting rocket launched off of the Quets. Sorry for the long fanboy email. I can just imagine, as with any person entering the public eye, that there will be some negative Nellies out there to try to put down what you guys do. I thank you guys for putting yourselves out there, ignoring people like that, because you are making a lot of people happy and a lot of jobs much more bearable. Thanks for reading. Skaba.
That's awesome.
That's a really awesome email. It really is.
That is
I love
awesome.
getting these.
Yeah,
Oh man, thank you so much, both of you guys.
You know why that's so awesome? Because that is the exact way I felt about other podcasts that I listen to. And it's like, I know that feeling, you know, it's like when you listen to a podcast and like you look so forward to it, it makes work fly by super fast. And I'm with him. I'm a fan of the longer podcasts. So I love when I find a podcast that goes longer than like 1 or 2 hours. It's fantastic because you get to use it a longer time out at work, and it's awesome. So I love getting those emails. It gives me all sorts of feelings.
Right.
I concur.
What kind of feelings?
What kind of feelings? Kind of like a
You know,
nice
the kind of
warm feeling.
feelings.
So,
Feelings. Firm feelings.
touch. Oh God, I'm like touching on. After you like
You shouldn't have asked.
touching on
Nothing more than
the
feelings.
first email.
Blah, blah,
That's
blah, blah,
what
blah.
was from CJ Underdog 24. Said that they wanted to see the workstation added to the game and wanted to kind of know what we thought about it. So he said, I would like to see a workstation added to the game that allows you to reload ammo as opposed to spending a great amount of resources per bullet at a time. Why not get a casing byproduct when firing advanced bullets? These could be taken back to a loading station and filled again for a few ingots and gunpowder, refilling 20 or so at a time. Seems like it would balance the lack of firearms being on ARC. So what do you guys think? Like, what's your thoughts on it? Would you like something like that in the game? I think it sounds really cool.
It sounds decent. Oh, man.
Are you guys paying attention at all? I mean,
Yes.
really, come on, answer my questions.
I
Yes.
like the workstation idea. I think it's kind of cool because it's what I do in real life. Like when I'm at the range or whatever, I save my empty shells and I refill them because it saves you a bunch of money. And like it'll be cool if it could save you a whole lot of materials where if you take the time maybe to pick them up off the floor, or you could put some kind of like ammo catcher on your weapon as an attachment, and then you could retake those shell casings and you use like less gunpowder and less metal. I think that's a cool idea.
I think
I agree.
Fallout has that, right?
Fallout New Vegas had
New
it.
Vegas had it. Yeah, they had the ammo stations where you're able to put the ammo together. You know, you could make literally could make as many bullets as you want to, as long as you had resources. So I can't imagine that would be difficult to do. But then again, you know, they got enough on their plate right now. Just let them get it optimized first. We'll worry about putting in the.
Yeah.
Full Metal said quickly, Lee, to change your in-game mic thingy. Push to talk in-game.
Thank you.
So, Iron, were you getting ready to say something? No?
Hello?
Oh, I said, I asked if Iron was getting ready. I had to relay that message, and I thought Iron was getting ready to say something.
Oh, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I agreed with Foe. I reload myself, pick up all the shell casings, big money saver, big resource saver. So I love this idea.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And it would be cool because there are other other things being added to the game that make you know, there's the first stage, which is like the mortar and pestle, and then you have the chem table later on. Like, it seems like they could do something like that. You know, you have your smithy and then your fabricator. Like, it seems like they could have like a step up. So I think that would be a great addition, is, you know, instead of just doing all of your bullets one by one, have like a faster way to go about it. So that would be cool. Maybe it's something for a tech tier. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
We haven't heard that yet, ever.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. But what we're gonna hear is Mr. Foe doing the Dear Diary from our beloved Scarlet Fury. If you're watching them on stream right now, they're chasing each other while we're recording and having like, yeah.
I'm sniping him from a Quetz and he's trying to snipe me
So
off
Foe,
the Quetz.
are you gonna be able to do this or what?
I am so ready. It's
Come on,
making me firm.
Come on, dude. Give us a nice firm
Of
delivery.
course it is.
Give us a nice firm delivery, Foe. Don't let us down. Here you go. Oh wait, intro time.
If you're in the mood to kick back and munch on some kibble and drink some old Luminance crazy concoctions while listening to a great tale, you've come to the right place, I reckon. This is the Scarlet Fury Diaries.
All right, take it away, Scarlet.
Dear Diary, I've learned a very valuable lesson. I was trying to speed up taming with this amazing colored Petrodon, and all of a sudden, it disappeared out of thin air. Even weirder, for a couple of moments afterwards, I couldn't move, or see, or hear, or anything. I found myself back an hour in time, doing things I have already done. It was so weird. At least I know better than to be lazy next time, I suppose. I've also tried to travel around and find other people, since I'm extremely lonely, but I can't seem to find anyone. Anytime I try to go to the other lands, I find myself back in my homeland. Maybe things will get better someday. Yours truly, Scarlet Fury.
That's almost sad.
Aww, I know.
Very sad.
That is sad.
It's Groundhog Day.
Aww. Right? Moving on to Fresh from the Forge, where we will share ARC news and tweets and patch notes and all that jazz. So I'm going to get you started with ARC Evolution event weekend. It is running right now, which is Saturday, December 3rd, 2016, and it is running to December 3rd, 3 p.m. So until Monday, the 5th of December at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the official ARC network will be affected by an evolution event. Survivors playing this weekend will get to experience the following bonuses: 2 times harvesting rate, 2 times taming rate, and 2 times experience rate. Also, next, I would like to give my very own PSA. The cute hair mod borked servers all freaking week.
You know why that was, right?
Oh, because, yeah, they had a copyright claim against them.
Yeah, they had I guess the Zelda hair got them in trouble.
Was it Zelda? I never got to hear
I
what
heard
hair.
it was Goku hair.
Or Goku, I'm sorry, the Goku hair is what
The
got 'em in
myth
trouble,
is
yeah.
real. Like, everyone says different. Someone says Goku.
It's
I
all of
heard
it,
it was because of the aliens versus
It's
predator
probably
stuff.
all of it, yeah.
It's probably all of it, exactly.
But you know what was bull is the fact that I spent 4 days of my life locked out of ARC all last weekend because I thought something was wrong with my computer, and we all did, and I kept uninstalling ARC, reinstalling ARC, uninstalling all of my mods, reinstalling, taking off Steam, like I was doing everything. And I thought, wait a minute, I could totally get on some servers but not other servers. And then I thought, the common denominator is that freaking cute hair. It was any server that had cute hair on it was locking me off. That's how I figured it out.
Microphone muted.
Followed it back to the workshop, and that's where I saw that the cute hair mod. So if you guys, if any of you are still not
Microphone
allowed to get
activated.
on, I kept getting unable to load mod map error, no matter what I did. And then we've also had others now that obviously can't get on servers. So if you are a server that had the old cute hair mod, please go and get the new one from the workshop. It is an entirely different mod number. You're probably going to have to go into your mod folder and get rid of the old one and put in the new one, whatever. But if you're having problems getting on your server and you used to have cute hair, that's probably why, because it really did a number on a lot of people. So they have a new mod up now, a new ID, all that jazz. So ta-da! Just to let you know, because that really, it was a pain in the ass. Also, hey, ARC is coming out on PlayStation 4 soon. ARC Survival Evolved will be launching on the PlayStation platform this December 6th. They say this would not have been possible without each and every one of us. Sony heard our roars, and they say together we were able to work together for the special winter release. ARC Survivors Pack will be available for purchase in both North America and Europe. This bundled offering includes both the base game, ARC Survival Evolved, and the massive desert-themed expansion, ARC Scorched Earth, all together in one little bundle. The ARC Survivor Pack gives PS4 players an up-to-date version of ARC Survival Evolved that includes the previously released content plus Scorched Earth, ARC's first expansion pack. Yeah. The Survivors Pack adds an extra PS4 content, including a bionic Gigantosaurus skin, plus an entire Manticore armor set for male and female characters. So, I've included the pictures in the show notes. So, if you guys want to take time to get out of shooting each other, if you want to see what they look like, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
So they only get this, huh? That's a little messed up.
I do think, though, I think Jat tweeted, yes. Oh, yeah, Jat did tweet out, and I don't have it here, but I did see something on Twitter where he tweeted out that we all will be getting that content sooner or later. Like, we will all across the board be having it, but they're giving it to PS4 first. That's what I do. Lumina, did you see that too?
As they should give it the PS4 first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did finally, because I think they got a lot of feedback. People were like, what the hell? And then so he reiterated, no, like they're getting it first, but we're all going to have it sooner or later. Is that what you saw, Lumina?
Okay.
Right, and that goes for the stuff that we have on the, like the islands, or the map, the island. We have the, what is it, the Founder's Parasaur saddle. That's not on the center or Scorched Earth. That supposedly will also be across, and I think the Xbox has the, is it the Robo T-Rex skin?
Yep.
Yeah, we will be getting that on PC and PlayStation 4 as well.
Yeah,
So
I
they
don't care
do have
just as long as we
plans.
all get it. We all
Yes.
get it all, then I'm okay with it. Somebody gets something over somebody else, I'll be grumpy.
Right. But that's cool, though, that he did put that out there.
Well, I mean, you know,
remember-
you can get grumpy all you want, but the thing is they haven't had it as long as we have. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
have,
know.
I have no problem with they want to give them something a little bit extra to sweeten the pie a little bit. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, I understand that.
But it is pretty cool that they do have intentions to make it, that we all will catch up to each other sooner or later. So, but Jet also tweeted out a lot of love to @Abstraction Game. They worked very hard on getting us to this winter release. Send them your thanks and give them a follow. And I believe that's because they were working hand in hand to actually smooth over the PS4 game.
Mm-hmm.
Like they helped work with Wildcard to get that going.
Yeah, I mean, you figure that was a really fast switch over.
Yeah. So they had some help in that, so that's cool. Way to go, Jap, for giving them some love.
You wonder if they've been working on it the whole time.
Yeah, they could have been. I don't know.
That would
Nobody
explain a lot.
knows. Yeah, because we were like, that seems like a lot of pie to be biting off all. Like, what? They tweeted out that picture, Luminen, that you had shared. Like their whole group of employees.
Yep. We were actually on
I know, it's a lot more than 5 people, I'll tell you that much.
Well, on the PvP server that we were on, I was talking to the admin, and he's like, oh, they got like 50 people and da-da-da. Like, 50? I'm like, no, as far as I know, from everything I have seen and been able to count and tally, I think they've got like 15 to 20. Then they post that picture out of everybody, and there's almost 40 of them in that picture.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well, here's the thing. I mean, the amount of content that they've been churning out, they have to have a larger crew than like 10 or 15 people.
Right. It might not be like full-time employees. It could be contracted work. You have community managers. You have, everybody plays a part in the end product. So you don't really know if what that picture actually entailed, like everybody's roles.
But that Manticore armor is so nice.
It is badass looking. I'm telling you, it looks awesome.
It really
does. What also is awesome is Jeremy tweeted out underwater-based lifestyle, and he tweeted out a temporary artwork and giving us a little taste of what they have in store for underwater bases. So I put that in the show notes. Are you guys excited about that?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Totally.
A lot of caves that need to be underwater caves that need to be taken.
Right. And this is the picture Luminen shared in our Discord. The barber system.
I'm gonna die.
Tweeted out, the
I
barber
thought the
system will also have an amusing feature inspired by this guy. And it was Sweeney Todd. And that'll be
Louise.
interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are they?
Are we gonna be making pies out of each other? I don't know.
Well, we kind of already.
Yeah, we already do that anyway.
You
so
guys are making
technically-
pies out of each other right now while we're recording. In case you didn't know, everybody, we are recording live from Full Render Scorched Public Server.
Where foe just died.
Yeah, they're chasing each other around in game right now. You guys are more than welcome to join us at our radio stations on our public servers. So this is where we are recording from. They're having little gun wars, and Bobber is sitting in a chair. So I'm Bobbert.
I think he's probably been hit in the crossfire a couple of times.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not stupid. I'm in God mode, so I know. I'm not
Whoa,
playing.
what the hell just happened?
So, hey, it's Prometheus's turn to cover some patch notes.
All right. So the patch notes are interesting this week. We're going to be on current version 252.5 with the upcoming 2.253 estimated December 21st. So we're going to get 4 new dinos with that. One being a Trudon, which is kind of like this Dodo Rex, or sorry, Dodo, wow, drawing a blank. Raptor. It's like a Dodo Raptor, but apparently it's a really intelligent dino, one of the most intelligent based on what the
Dossier?
Dossier, yeah, it says it's a fast learner. It can teach others in its pack, so if it learns something, it's going to introduce a whole new taming method, which is social taming, and basically it wants to hunt your like dodos and stuff as a sport, and that's how you tame one of them. So
wow.
It's going to be interesting to see. It has poison fangs and will paralyze you if it gets bitten, and apparently it hunts in packs, and its humans are its primary source of food. So not only these things are going to be pretty crazy.
Oh my god.
I suggest you take a look at them because that's going to be a lot of fun. The next one, if I can get that link to open up, is the
Giant squid.
the giant squid. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that unless someone else wants to. But it's basically an aggressive water dino. It also paralyzes you and will drain your blood. It has an ink effect to get away from its bad situations. So if you get its health down quite a bit, it'll ink you. And if you actually do tame one, it's going to produce like a ton of oil. So it'll be a dino use where you get oil from your dino. I guess similar to how you get CP from the snails and stuff like that.
That'd be nice. Oily discharge dino. I like it.
It would be your favorite, right? The Prezostax is an aggressive small herbivore that's going to be gathering berries, rare flowers, and mushrooms. Apparently, it's going to be pretty easy to kill, but will be pretty aggressive if you get near it. It's going to be a loner, so it won't be in packs or anything like that. And it's designed to be kind of more of an early tame dino. It's kind of cool. It's like this little berry gatherer. The last one is the let's see if I can pronounce this. Therizinosaurus. I don't know. That's pretty bad.
Therizinosaurus.
So
What was it? What was it, Lee?
Therizinosaurus.
Therizinosaurus.
So apparently it is a kind of like a hybrid between a parasaur and I guess they don't really have any other ones like this, but it's got huge claws, and it's a solitary, slow creature. It's like almost like a sloth, but the size of like a parasaur. Apparently, its power is going to rival the T-Rex, so it's going to be very, very strong. It's going to be also an aggressive herbivore. The claws are really good at gathering wood. Apparently, it looks like it's probably going to take the top slot, based on what the dossier says. It can cut through shells and thick hide, so the Dios and the snails and things like that can kind of hide in their shell. This will pierce through those things. Of course, it's going to pierce through our armor, and the only real negative it has in that regard is it has a really low carry weight. So I guess it'll lose to the beaver because of that. But all in all, it's a pretty decent dino. I'm not really sure, or don't get the opinion that you'd be getting this kind of early game. This would be more of a late game kind of thing. But the fact that it's so slow kind of hinders it a lot. I guess it's more of a defense type dino. We're getting 2 new full-scale underwater caves. I guess it's oriented with the artifacts, and I guess the new artifacts you'll need for some of the tech tier stuff. But 2 full-size underwater caves are coming. We have tech tier phase 1, which is the tech tier Ingram system, the element resource system, the tech replicator, tech rifle, tech helmet, tech visor, jetpack, boots, gloves, and Rex saddle. So really, all the stuff we saw possibly coming right before Christmas, which is kind of cool. We have the Winter Wonderland 2 event coming up, where you're going to follow raptor claws around the island, Scorched Earth, and Center.
Center's an official map now?
Yeah, it's getting it. Maybe they worked so hard on the winter stuff, and they prioritized that over some of the other events that we had coming up. Maybe they thought that was a bigger deal.
So we see some winter stuff on Scorched Earth. That's kind of
that'll be
kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, me too.
The occasional tough as nails creature will keep you warm at night. Lots of cosmetics, and Dodo Rex will make an appearance again. I guess they're just reusing that one, along with some new items. The one that I think is the most important is coming up is the additional network performance gains for approximately 15%. So those people with pretty crappy internets should be a little happier. It's not going to be great, but 15% is something. But with all changes, probably new issues might pop up here. So let's hope we don't see that. A little further out, which has never really changed, but dynamic length bridges. I feel like you're never going to get it, kind of thing.
Right on.
More creatures, gear, armor, weapons, structures, more tech tier caves, game progression, aquatic and amphibious mating cycles, and DirectX 12 is for Windows 10 is approximately a 20% performance increase. They've been talking about this for a while. We desperately need this for a lot of people, I think. And then just some bug fixes and stuff like that they have on the horizon as well. A True Sky issue with GPUs and
Yeah, they Jeremy was even tweeting out, I saw where he was saying stuff about that PhysX was having a big memory leak, and they had just recently went in and fixed that too. So that was through that NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're trying to tie up some of these issues. And I think, Quick, you were saying like you were having a lot of memory leaking on the island a while back.
Yeah,
Have you
no,
noticed?
it's actually since I'm on the new server now. They gave me a premium server. I haven't had any problems at all. As a matter of fact, it's
Awesome.
been running real nice and sweet. So
Awesome. That is cool.
nice
All
to be
right.
back home.
Right. Yeah. I think now it is time for Iron Badger and Chief Shakalaka to talk about Xbox and their patch notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you do it,
Preoccupied.
dude. He's like, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm
Yeah.
here. I just
Yeah?
got a message. Our official server is getting
Oh my
cross-server rated with like
Oh shit.
60 gigas and rexes and whatnot.
Super
Ooh.
dope.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like, what
God.
perfect timing. All right, so
Wow.
not much I can do about it right now. Go ahead and
Well,
read the
dude, if
patch
it's
notes.
60 gigas, there's not much you can do about it then either, so.
I know, it's
Might
like,
as
what
well
am I
just
gonna
chill
do
and crack a
anyway?
beer, man.
Grab your ankles, Iron. That's all you can do.
Yep.
Hope they have some Vaseline.
Oh, God.
Or
Well, it looks like they're going
if
after
you know
the
it's
alpha.
coming, pre-lube, dude.
Oh, they're going after the alpha?
Yes.
Wow. Keep
I
us
know not
updated,
that,
man.
so that's
but
cool.
Yeah, I
also
guess.
update us with these patch notes.
Why did it go quiet all of a
Alrighty.
sudden?
So, upcoming
not
patch
quiet.
notes for the Xbox. It's going to be version 748.0. ETA is December 4th, but I'm always suspicious because the procedurally generated arcs are coming. I really hope it happens,
User
but
in your channel timed out.
you never know. So that's the first big thing. Also, full set of new Xbox achievements and rewards for ARC. This is something I've been waiting for a very long time. Very excited to have that. We'll also have all PC content through version 2.4.2, just like you guys, as well as an increase in performance by approximately 7% using the new PhysX libraries. And that's all we've got.
Alrighty. Do you have anything you want to toss in, Mr. Chief? Alrighty. Moving on.
Oh, we're having all kinds of audio issues this
Oh
evening.
my god, it's crazy.
Oh,
Alright,
there we
hey.
go.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Welcome back there, buddy.
Sorry,
So,
button.
do you have any feedback on the Xbox patch notes Mr. Iron just shared?
Very excited, happy to get the dinos that you guys have, the snails and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll get on my soapbox here in a little bit once we get into the PvP
Right on.
shenanigans.
Okay, so are you ready? Because we will head into main topic of the show.
Main topic.
Main topic of the show. So I thought this might be very good. I can't talk. I thought this would be a really great topic for the main topic of the show because I think a lot of us have been playing PvP in ARC. And apparently I think a lot of us have picked up some stuff. We have some experiences to share, some opinions. We just thought we'd tackle some PvP stuff this week. So, Mr. Iron, get us started. What do you got for us?
Well, besides the excitement that's happening on the server right now, server raid. So we've also had some great times this last week and a half on the official server. Normally, it's a fairly quiet server, but we've kind of had a heads up this is coming. This server wipe by raid. I'll talk about that a little more later. But recently, it's been fun to talk to new players. First time trying PvP. Though, kind of main thing I wanted to talk about here was we had a little incident. An established tribe, probably Charlie, pre-Charlie level, decide to be tools on global chat, which led to one of the beta tribes, upper beta tribes in the server, wiping their dinos as a punishment. Now, I had seen this a little bit before, but not quite to this level. So after this, they decide, hey, we're going to move up across the island and build up next to Greenob, next to one of the other beta tribes, who again asked them, hey, please move. We're already built here. Get the heck out of Dodge kind of deal. So they didn't. And we got to see a full wipe, or at least I did, for the first time with Gigas in play. I've never seen Gigas get to do their job before, but it was pretty awesome. Overall, I've really enjoyed playing on the official servers again. It's been a long time since I've done it. It's been a change.
User
but,
in your channel is recording.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
One of the things I've kind of come to the conclusion to recently is that a lot of people, not everybody obviously, but a lot of people are looking for a little more stable PvP or PvE style server. And servers where either an alpha or beta tribes kind of keep everybody in line, keep everything civil, and everybody can trade and kind of go about their business and enjoy being on the server.
Sorry, I kept hearing Prometheus' some weird crackling coming from his microphone.
I heard that too, yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
my
me too.
microphone. I've been muted.
Oh, I think it's still... That's weird. It showed up that it was yours. I don't know.
Was serious?
Okay. Well, yeah, but maybe it wasn't. I mean, I was looking at TeamSpeak, but... Yeah, so I know that at first you were a little bit... like, you were having a little hard time jumping in to the back on official. So do you feel like you've gotten your footing a lot better now, or you feel a little bit more at home? Or
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Definitely. And part of that is because, generally speaking, I'm a single player. I've played a lot of games like this. I've always been by myself, hide in the woods, kind of, Phone and I have talked about hide in the woods, just kind of guerrilla warfare, pick at them when you can kind of play style, as opposed to actually going out and making yourself known around with a Rex or whatever. I mean, actually
Microphone
making
muted.
a presence on the server. It's been a different experience for me for sure. I've really enjoyed it though.
Awesome. Well, that's good to hear. Did you figure out what to do with your PvP situation with those? Like, were you moving servers now, or?
Well, actually, we're kind of in the process of moving servers. I'm not gonna give away what server we moved
Okay.
to, but the old server we're at is being cross-server rated right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looked on the server population, and it's up to like 50, 60 people, and normally it's at like 15 to 20 at max at
Right.
the height of the week.
All right. Okay, so were you done? I don't want to interrupt you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I was next. My input so far this week is, my first thought was there is no I in PvP. because I think it's very important to stay grounded when you're playing PvP. You're not going to roll in and be alpha overnight, and you're not going to be able to pull it off alone. So I get a sour taste in my mouth when I hear a lot of me, my, I, me, my, I go, get out of here with that bullshit, because it's not going to happen with just an I. So you have to stay grounded and realize that it is a team effort, and that the littlest role to the biggest role, it all comes into play. And I think it's very important to ask and not tell your tribe mates to do stuff. Don't, unless you have a protocol set up or a line of command, then that's great. You set that up. That's something that you agreed upon, and then go for it. But when you first start a tribe and you got like someone, but you do this and you do this and you do that, like people are going to be like, middle finger, have a nice day. That's not how shit gets done. Also, Arc loses its fun for me when people act like they're the puppeteer and their tribe mates are the puppets. Not the case. That's shit that don't fly. And realistically speaking, everyone has time in their day that they set aside for their hobby, and that varies from one person to one person. So the tricky part of partaking in PvP is deciding how far you as a group want to go, how far you realistically can go, based on how much time all of you have to put into it. If you can't be on your computer all night long for 40 hours a week, like if you could only play in the weekends, and if all of you could only play in the weekends, you're not going to probably most likely be an alpha tribe, because that's not 5 days of nothing. No, not going to happen. So I think you need to be realistic going in, like what your goal is as a group, and then see how you can best make that happen. Do not have really lofty expectations, because you're just going to get really mad when they don't happen. And then also, when one person's goal is overshadowing the entire group, and not everyone is on the same page, your operation will quickly become a house of cards, because you're not on the same page. If one person has their goal and this is what I want to happen and this is how I want it to unfold and this is the driving force, rah! And then they look next to them and there's nobody there, that's because you're not on the same page. So you cannot go forward just one person. You all have to understand what your goal is and try your best to make that happen. And then also, don't set yourself up by failure for setting those unrealistic expectations I had said. And also remember that this is just a game. PvP can be very time consuming and very demanding. Make sure you do not overcommit your tribe by expanding larger and faster than what you can maintain. I think this happens a lot, because one person might have huge lofty dreams and goals, but realistically, if you don't have the bodies to do the work, you're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. You're spreading yourself thin. You're piling on an extra workload, and people are going to look at this and be like, what? No, this is not a game now. This is now a job. Thank you very much for turning my hobby into a pain in my ass. So make sure that you are not growing, and your lofty expectations are not going to leave you by yourself, because PvP can easily turn into a job and people will stop logging in. So be real. And if this game causes more harm than good, it's no longer a game, it is a weapon. And people do get divorced, people do break up, kids do not have their parents around because people get addicted to video games. And if this game or a game starts killing things in your real world, as in your relationships, your jobs, your anything, you have a problem. So PvP can become a weapon in and out of game. I think you need to be realistic and realize this. And also, I have realized that I hate offline ray protection. I think it's bull. I think it's Care Bear. I think it's stupid. And I think it brings out the worst trolls, because you have so many thirsty ass people waiting outside your thatch hut, just ready to pound your face in the minute you log in. It's just horrible. It's stupid. I think they meant it to be like, when you're away.
There's ways to game it too.
Yeah, there is, but I think why? It's just, I think it puts such an real element into a survival game. I don't know. I think it's bullshit.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, why in the game do you have turrets and base defenses?
And then
if not
to
to
use
let
them?
it protect your base when you're not around. That's the whole
Exactly.
point of it.
I agree.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, it can protect your base while you're out doing stuff. I get it. So,
But
I
the
know everyone's
minute-
gonna like throw their arms up, like, "Well, they're there for when you're not by your base." Because I understand that. Relax, everybody. But what I feel like it's
Microphone
mostly
activated.
for, it's when you're offline, your base defends itself, and I just think the offline it does hamper the game. Like the game originally came without that. It works like that. I also think it's dumb that if you blow up someone's wall that you appear on their raid log. I think that's dumb too. I miss the sneaky raiding. I miss
Yeah.
that. And I miss it happening to me. And I miss it doing it to other people. It's like I just missed that part of the game. That whole convert part of the game was just a covert operation part. It was just really cool. It was something good, but now it's like, who wants to play with like the offline rating on? It's like just kind of dumb. I'm
Yeah.
just happy if the official servers don't have that for the most part. So that's good for the people that run official. And if you're on a non-official that does have that and you don't like it, there's a million more of the servers out there. So I guess it equals out in the long
They
run.
don't have that unofficial at all? Like, not even as an...
I don't believe so. I mean,
No.
I haven't checked the server list. There might
Man.
be servers. I mean, and that's a mistake that Wildcard makes also. I wish
Right.
they would, on their server list, why not add different types of play styles?
Yeah.
Like, you have the whatchamacallit, the primitive
Offline-
plus.
Yeah.
So you have that's like another way to play the game. Then you also have, they should make it where they have a server list and you have some with the no offline rating, maybe some with like higher multiplier rates, just a little mix up so people could look around and not have to play on the same exact type
better
of server.
filter.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
filter it a little bit, give people some options. Maybe just like you're saying, maybe people want to play official but they don't have the time to put in for this like hardcore grind. Or if you want, call it hardcore, where the hardcore people will be on the regular official with with like 1 times everything, and then you could play. You could call it kitty cat core. I don't care as long as I could play and not have to spend 3.5 hours to make 5 walls.
Exactly. But the one thing you and I and Cricket, but Cricket's not here. He's up top in TeamSpeak. But one thing we can say is the offline raid protection really brought out the trolls, though, didn't it? Like we were on that PvP
terrible.
server. Oh yeah. But like we actually felt like we were in the movie Deliverance. We were going down the channel on the center
with
map.
a cage and a freaking. I was like, I made a mistake here.
Yeah, Lee. Yeah, you spawned in, and the first thing you saw was
A dude on a platform with a cage, and what else did he have?
a club.
Yeah, and a club, just watching me
club.
as I'm like running down the beach, trying to not get too close to him.
And then freaking Cricket and I and Foe. I have it on video. I put it on our YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, man, I tried to get all the funny stuff from our night that we rolled on a PvP server like last weekend or before. But anyways, it was like at the end of the night, and it was like freaking Foe and Cricket and I on this jakety ass raft, and we were going down the channel on the center map, and it was like the channel that's the bottom channel on center was like north of the South Tropical Jungle, and then right under the middle of it. We're going down there, and I swear, I kid you not, characters were running down to the beach just to shoot at us. Like, they were so thirsty because offline raid protection was on. The minute they saw any form of life, they were like, get them! And, like, they were chasing us down. Like, we were in a freaking jinkety boat that looked like a piece out of Tetris. Like, we just threw it together to survive real quick. And, man, we had 3 dudes roll on down the beach, jumping into the water to shoot at us. One guy was trying to bite at us with a T-Rex all while we're going down the river. They didn't know if we were armed or not armed. They didn't care. They're like, get it. It was hilarious. then we got shot. It was just crazy. Watch the video, but it's just nuts. So yeah, it definitely brought up the trolls like extra hardcore. It did.
Yeah,
and
especially
then
on
also,
those populated servers.
But yeah, it was
Yeah,
one
it
of
was
the
like there were
higher
like 50
populated.
people in the thing, and they were looking just for anyone.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy. And then also I learned, I want to, and I've always learned in and out of game, I think it's very important to think like a predator if you want to outwit a predator. So when you're doing PvP, think like you would when you were approaching somebody's base. How would you break in? What would you use? What dinos would you bring? What artillery would you need? And then build according to that. You know, we were like when we're building right now, we're doing a secret PvP faux science tribe on a unofficial server. And like we went back and forth and deliberated on how we wanted it to be built, you know, because we all had different opinions. So it was important for us to hear everybody's opinions, throw it in and see what we came out with. So I think it's very important to make the PvP attack a lot harder, like the hardest and the most annoying thing ever, because you got to think like a predator and you got to think like a raider when you are trying to build a PvP base. Also, be able to take suggestions. This isn't a single player game. Realize that everyone has their own knowledge to bring to the table. Be humble and realize you most likely don't know everything there is to know in ARK. There's always something you can learn from somebody else.
I beg to differ.
Shut your face. And number 7, I hate admin abuse on PvP servers, and apparently we already had some of that pop up on the one that we're playing on. So we were talking today, like, were you guys on? Cricket and I were talking today about apparently the admins on this PvP server just went out and shot these dudes Giga they had down in Taming. Like the admins of the server, like went and shot the Giga.
I thought it was an RG.
No, he said it was a Giga.
Oh, damn.
They another tribe, and then, you know, obviously that's bullshit. Like, if you are choosing to be an admin on an unofficial server, I don't think you should be participating in offensive PvP. I think you should be defense, like make your base and have your defense set up, but you sure as hell should not be going out and with your, you know, God mode on and spawned in bullshit and then go and attack people on your own server. That is just in poor taste. So if you do that, you're a pansy and you need to just pack it up and go home, because that's bullshit. Do that on single player. Don't be inviting people over to your server to PvP and then just act like you have some God issues. You know, I think that's stupid. So that's what my input.
Wow, how can I follow up this? That was pretty deep.
You are. It's yours.
So mine's more of like a punching trees type tips, but you shouldn't trust anyone outside of your base. If someone asks to ally, you say generally that you're not the admin, or that you have a tribe rule to discuss with other members first. Most of the time, the other tribe is just trying to keep their enemies closer, kind of thing. Never answer the question you will always get when encountering a non-tribe ally or ally players. How many in your tribe? Don't just settle for any server, which is the number 2 I have. You know, play for a bit, see if it fits your play style. Even though it may be descriptively what you were looking for, the population plays a big role, and kind of the people playing on it kind of plays a big role in how much fun you'll have on the server, I think. And of course, don't set your expectations too high. Thank you, Esme. Communication is key, I have for number 3. Online, offline, not everyone can play at the same time. Having a way to communicate outside the game when offline will greatly help. If it's not always possible, the tribe chat is very important. All the more reason not to ally with just any group. A shout out to my buddy overseas, Donkey Boy. You know, and the tip here is that you know, tribe with people who you are not in the same time zone with. Having others when you're not on when you're not is going to make things a lot easier to maintain the needs of your growing tribe. Number 4, define a role. Everyone has having different role in the game kind of helps set the group in a strong momentum forward. It doesn't have to be the only thing you do, just the thing that your tribe should be able to rely on you to complete. Builder, tamer, hunter, gatherer, explorer, tribe scout, armorer, breeder, whatever it is. Each of these roles are really large, and effectively to do alone in a PvP scenario is like basically impossible. And those are my 4 tips I have kind of from playing PvP with you guys on non-official servers and stuff like that. I think it brings us
Right
to Luminen.
on.
If somebody else.
All right, Luminen. Luminen.
Are you done cooking people, Luminen, or are you still going?
I am not cooking anyone.
Are you cooking people?
No, you have some.
He has me
charred
by. He's
flesh
like
on your...
dragging me.
Oh, damn it.
Sounds like that tribe Eddie encountered.
Oh yes. No, I'm not eating anyone, and I'm not gonna make you eat yourselves. Hope you woke up.
Then you're doing it wrong.
I give out flowers. When I'm in PvP, I'm the guy that's like, oh, you're gonna build right next to us? I'm sure you're good people. One of our early on PvP experiences, we had these guys come in and build right next to us. And I was totally okay with it because they actually came over and I had talked to them and I was all happy doing, happy-go-lucky and just whatever. And then, the joke came up that, I'm the guy that just gives out flowers to everybody. So, yeah, I give out flowers.
And that's your role now.
Yeah, that's my, in our current PvP server, it was assigned that's my job. I'm the ambassador. I'm the guy that goes around and makes friends or, whatever. I wrote, give out flowers. It's a nice thing to do. It makes people smile or shake a fist, but emotes are tricky in Ark. I think they're trying to smile. I think if you give them flowers, they will be happy and give you a hug.
That's one thing, like what Prometheus shared was the define your role. That's something that Foe brought to us this week. Was he just hopped in and was like, hey, I'm gonna just throw out some roles and see, like, if you guys are cool with it, then at least we all have like a direction to go. And that was your direction. Like, you were supposed to be like our ambassador on the PvP server, kind of go out and be Snoopy, which I don't know if that fits you because you're not really Snoopy. Like, you're just like, hey, you might need
I don't know. While you're being
need
friendly,
like a partner.
We're
like,
talking about the guy
out
who
there
breaks
being
into people's
friendly.
bases while they're offline and steals their blood.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you do have a little bit of demented side to you. I'm the poop picker upper and the flower planter and the plants. And we have Prometheus, you were doing the building.
Yep.
And Foe, you're in charge of arms.
Yes.
And Cricket is our breeding guy.
He braids all the ponytails.
And Donkey, what was Donkey's?
Donkeys are after
after hours.
Times, yeah.
Yeah.
Time zone.
Okay, yep. And then Scarlet was helping gathering. Like, we all had something like outside of our main thing. So Luminen is our flower picker. And our flower share. Our hippie, like Lee said.
Yep. Such a hippie.
Such a hippie. All right, Mr. Lee, what's your input?
Retard, so I'm just going to read what I put here. Teamwork and inter-tribe relationships. You need to pick your tribe mates carefully. Aside from the obvious worry of traitors in your midst, you can wind up with people who, in the long run, and though sometimes rather quickly, can grate on your nerves. Excuse me. Kind of people who always think they know what you're doing better than you do. Having a person who shares ideas that benefit the tribe and can compromise and allow them to evolve as others offer input is a good thing and makes the game fun, while someone who's arrogant and condescending can ruin a good time. Don't let the party be spoiled by a bossy asshat.
That's right. I've had a couple of people in the past and it's just like, what? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. How about you, Mr. Foe?
I was saying focus. And like that's like the big thing. I was saying because if you don't focus, you could sometimes get sidetracked. And what happens when you get sidetracked is the thing that you started sometimes either A, never gets done or is half done. And that's what could be the bad thing. And sorry, I just lost my place.
I was
on
going to
my
say, are you
page.
having trouble focusing on
my
the
page.
podcast?
I know. I'm trying to
Because
focusing on my
we are.
iPad, which decided to scroll all the way down the page.
All right, focus, Fo.
I got it.
Focus.
Ironic.
Get it? Focus.
Yeah.
Also, as I was talking, I was hatching a Tabajara for the stream, and twins pop out. So now I'm trying to frantically pack meat in these two twins. So if you watch the stream, you're going to see it.
Packing
As
meat
we're
with the
talking,
twins.
these
Wow.
two twins pop out, and I'm trying to pack them with meat.
Oh my god.
It's typical Friday night. You know
It's
what
the
I'm saying?
double mid twins.
Jeez.
Okay.
So, back to
Anyway, so yeah,
focusing.
I was saying focus, because what happens is a lot of people I notice, they like to start doing something and then they easily get sidetracked. They see a new little shiny somewhere or whatever and they go for it. And then what happens, they never get back to what they had originally started, or it's like half done or shoddy done. Like, example, we could say I was making Plan X's, and then you could, go do something else, and then you forget to put fertilizer, and now you're thinking in your mind you have these Plan X's ready to go, and then all of a sudden, what happens? You wake up the next day, you've been raided because you never put fertilizer in your plant boxes because you've seen a 140 wolf or something that you had to tame, or and just the hard thing about this game is there's so many cool things to do. There's so much fun stuff to do that you're constantly getting sidetracked. I'm the worst. I get sidetracked constantly. But in PvP, you really have to try not to do that and really just try and focus in and get everything set up and making sure you have everything ready, and then you could go and get sidetracked as much as you want once everything is laid out and defended.
That's so true. I think all of us have felt like we needed to focus a little bit more than I know I get sidetracked real easy too. So I think it does help having a role, because when we log in, do the role and then go from that. At least that's what I do, but that's a good tip, Phil. I think Chief Shocker has a lot of tips to give us, a lot of input. Come on, Shakalaka.
Being on PvP now, I mean, ever since day one coming in, this last week it has been nothing but stressful and irritating to no end. This means instead of having fun and enjoying this game like you were talking about earlier, and it's become a job, my tribe has wasted this last week in playing it to hunt trolls and kill the raiders. With this cross arc transfer bullshit that's going on, it truly makes me believe that Wildcard has done nothing but want us to wipe ourselves, so that way when the game full releases, they don't have to do it themselves and be called bad guys. Really pissed off about it. My tribe has spent this week making turrets, vaults. We have done nothing but turret up the obbies along with the other alpha tribe, place vaults all over the map, throughout the island, all in the caves. Yes, this means that we have placed over 200 vaults on the island. We have had a perfect server with peace and harmony throughout. My advice, if you're on a server that has yet not been hit, or you feel like people are starting to scout you, make a pack with the hardcore tribes that are on these servers. If you're the alpha, you're the beta, you guys have to join together, work together, protect everyone there, and protect what time you've put into this game. Cover the obbies, cover the drops. Number 3, trust no one. Not let any refugees in. Sorry, but tell them move on to the next server. We're good here.
Build a wall.
Build a wall, 10 feet high. And then this is what we've done too, is every gamer tag that comes on your server, whoever's on, write that gamer tag down. Add them as a friend, because you can freely do that on Xbox. Look at their friend list to see if they're friends with anyone else who's come in. That way you can start nailing down who's coming in together. Myself and my tribe have spent way too many hours in this game. We'd be damned to have trolls come into our server and get their jollies off on destroying everyone else's hard work.
Yeah.
Ooh, shocker.
That is so true, Shocker, though. I mean, God. Ugh.
I haven't gotten to the point of actually writing them down, but when we have a whole bunch of people coming in on the server that I don't recognize, I go Cortana, record, record the last 5 minutes. That way I can go back, check those gamer tags. I do the same thing in a way.
Oh, we have lists of the gamer tag, the in-game name, their tribe names, their levels, so we can get a full detail of who and what they're doing.
Wow.
See, that's why I don't like this
Cross-server
new
shit.
cross-server bullcrap. I think it's great that you could take your character, because this way, if you either make new friends or you want to go to a server with your friends, you could do that. I don't think you should be able to take anything with you to the server, because
Totally
now
agree.
what this does now, because of trolls, it forces all the people on the servers who put all this hard work
Microphone
in
activated.
to now basically lock off all the spawn beacons, and and that takes away from the game, man. I like those spawn things. Like, that's where you get ascended stuff sometimes. Like, now you just gotta have servers with just regular gear, nothing special, because you have to block them all off. And then the only people who are going to access them are the alphas. So now you have the people who aren't alphas never even have a chance now to go and get some good gear, because the alphas have all the spawn points blocked off. And that's retarded. First of all, I think you shouldn't be allowed to block off spawn points. I think that's dumb. And second of all, I think it's also dumb that you could just bring whatever you want over. So it's a catch-22. And what it does in the long run, to me, is just ruin the game a little bit. You know,
Right.
I'm a huge fan of this game, but this little thing right here, it's bringing more negativity, in my opinion, than positivity.
I agree.
I fully
know,
agree.
Make it where you could travel as a player, because no one wants to, begin new from like level 1 on official. So it's nice that, say you get wiped or you got a real douchebag alpha or something that are just harassing you, you could take your character, jump off the server, and go start someplace else. But I don't think you should be able to pull everything you have with you, because now you have people blocking up the spawn beacons, which is
Microphone
a
activated.
big part of the game.
I agree. I've found a server like that, and I barely got off of it because I spawned in, and I couldn't get out. And then I remembered you can actually teleport from a beacon, so I made my way.
But they're
over to-
blocking the beacons too. They're blocking
Oh,
those
jeez.
random beacon drops too. They know when they come down, because they come down in the same exact area, which is that is the weakness. All they got to do is randomize that, and you won't be able to block that. But
I thought they respawned in new places when that happened, but maybe I'm wrong.
no, they
No,
just
we-
always come down
we
in the
have a
same spot.
list
So you
of
build
200
boxes
and-
around them,
Yeah.
and then maybe if the alphas are nice guys and you want to get off the server, and you say, listen, I want to get off the server, can you open up one of these the obelisks? I'm sure they'll let you leave. Like, most places will just let you leave unless they're real dicks, which happens. But just a random spawn, it's a silly, because now you can't have fun and go around anymore and get the beacons, which is dumb.
Now, one thing we're going to do is, once we get a lockdown on the server, because we've honestly got probably about 8 to 10 tribes right before the cross arc happened.
I heard
that
8 to
came
10,
in.
and then you disappeared.
Oh, okay. We had 8 to 10.
Could anybody else hear him?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
hear
we
it.
can
we can hear him.
Okay. We probably have about 8 to 10 true good tribes that have come in before the cross arc started building up, and we had a very peaceful, great ecosystem. Occasional PvP here and there, not trolling or just killing tames for the hell of it. So what we're eventually going to do is we're going to go back and revisit the exact beacons that will be purple, gold, and red drops. Those drops, we're going to rebuild over them, and we're going to allow everyone to have the pin. So once we get to it, we're going to have all those tribes able to go to those doors, open those doors, and go get those drops, to be able to enjoy those games, those bigger drops and things like that.
It's really nuts that they're, and I want to touch on what you did say, and I fully agree. It does appear like they are not wanting to be the bad guys, and they're doing exactly what you said, letting people roll in, destroy servers. It is like they want people to go, hey, now our servers are destroyed. Why don't you just wipe them? And they'll be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like they want you to ask for them to be wiped.
Beg for destruction.
Exactly.
And not be and you nailed it. Like, you nailed that. I want everybody to keep their eyes on that. We will be getting feedback on that because that is something I agree with. I think they're
think about it, right?
They're not stupid, man.
Watch,
They're,
they'll claim
yeah.
ignorance though. They
Yeah.
always
They probably hired people to do it. They probably hired
It's-
people to go through
Well,
and pay
How
their
true.
people to play on these different servers.
Now,
Clear
there's
out as
people
much
on
as they
Reddit.
can.
There's people on Reddit right now. We had a server. We were on a because of all this, we were trying to get a feel for Prim Plus stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And someone paid $500 for a guy to bring in all of his group, which is 60 people, to just
What?
mass join a server.
Wow.
So no one else can join and wipe them.
Wow.
And that's what I'm
Doesn't
afraid that's
surprise
going to
me.
begin.
It
is
will.
these 60 people tribes that will just move in at one time. They'll watch the pop get low, get about 10 people or less, and then whoop, here comes 60 people in at one time. Max out the server so no one else can get on and protect themselves.
I wonder why they're shooting themselves in the foot this way, because what is more important to them, not looking like the bad guy and wiping a server, or just people not wanting to play their game? You know, they don't want to sit, because when you look on official servers, and if this keeps going on, people are not going to want to play on it.
Well, that's already happening, I think.
Yeah, if you see, like, even if you go on right now on our PC server list, there's not a lot of official. You will just see empty 100-slot servers just chilling. You will just see that. Is that like how it is with Xbox? Like, well, obviously it's different, right, for us, but what are your official numbers? Like, when you guys are hunting and looking at servers, like, what are you seeing? Are they high
Just
pop?
that. I mean, the ones you'll see that are high pop are the ones being scouted or currently being rated.
Yeah.
You'll see normal pop probably on an official center or island will probably be anywhere between 10 to 25. Peak hours at max 30. Right now, my server, the one that we're on, probably sees about 50 because we're getting a lot of people come in trying to scout. Now, unfortunately for those guys, we have to escort them to the obbies to let them back out. And we kind of have a what my friend called a nuclear code system. Because we have two sets of turrets at every obby. One is the Alpha Tribe, one is ours. So both of us have to be on at one time to turn them off. But we have a check system. But no matter what, you can't just have one group all of a sudden say, screw you, I'm going to let everybody in. No,
Right.
we both have to be on at the same time to allow this to happen.
Well, I mean, or the Alpha could just blow up the turrets. I mean, a couple of turrets.
Yeah.
Well, and my God,
couple
this is a game for
15.
Christ's sakes. It's starting to sound like a job.
Yeah.
Well, and this is what
they've
this
made it
last
this
week has
way.
become.
Yeah, they turned it into this. That's the, this, I reference World of Warcraft, but they shit all over their game when they did cross-server stuff. It wrecks the community. That's one of the things that you did. You described in the beginning of your statement that you had a great community. You had a sort of checks and balances. You had an understanding amongst tribes. And then they are opening this up. Let's look at the origin. What is the motive for them to do this? That's why I believe you. Like, what is the motive? Has there been a calling for this? Have people been beating down their doors asking to take big steaming dumps on multiple servers? Like, I don't see where this is going to be anything good is going to come from this.
I think they were overzealous in what they wanted to do. People were complaining so much about Scorched being unbalanced with having to hard tame a lot of stuff because they broke the kibble chains. Well, their answer probably was, hey, why don't we just open it up to everything?
Let's not just fix the kibble chains.
Yeah.
Let's just plow everything.
And then in turn, it also allows the completion and utter wiping of servers.
That's just, only time will tell, but I think you definitely are onto something with that theory.
And honestly, I really do believe the servers should be wiped anyway. It should go to a seasonal thing. And I'm going to say this because I think it's, number one, it's healthy for the server, and it's healthy for the alpha tribes that aren't always going to be alpha, because then they're going to have to start over again. So it makes things more fair for for everybody if things are wiped every. And I'm talking periodically. I'm not talking like what we do in RP, but like every 6 months or something. Wipe the server clean, start over again. But the other thing I do believe is they should raise the XP. They should raise the
I don't know.
the rates up.
I agree with you on the XP and things like that, but the wiping periodically, just like as I said, they should have different server types, because I know there are a lot of, because that will have a lot of people leave the game as well. There are a lot of people that are very attached to what they do in the game, and they don't want it wiped ever.
There's no reason for them to be We're talking about pixels here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
but
so we're on the
man,
same
listen,
page, these aren't
people
real
take
things.
People take their pixels
and-
very seriously.
And I understand that because I'm one of those people. I have all my dinos from every single server I've ever been on my PC on a hard drive. Okay, they can do that. They can download their animals, and with this cross thing, they can bring them back if they needed to. I'm just saying, from a server owner perspective.
Actually, on official, you only have 24 hours. They can only they don't
They can stay in an
remain
ob for
inside the
24
obelisk.
hours.
They could
Man.
stay in the ob for 24 hours on official. On
And they have to
unofficial,
stay-
you could keep them in there for as long as you want, but on official, it's only 24 hours.
And once you move it out, you have to keep it there for 12 before you can move it again.
Exactly.
I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm just saying from my point of view, and this is because I'm PC, so I apologize. I don't play on Xbox, which is, so I may be talking out my ass here, but I'm just saying, I think that it is a good idea, because what happens is things become stale. Then you get these alpha tribes. Wouldn't have this problem if you wipe the server every year. I don't know. I mean, whatever the time frame would be. Because I find that with the seasonal wiping server, the game freshens up again. For me, that's me personally. I mean,
They do have servers that wipe monthly.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Well, you really ought to wipe every time you go.
Extinction. Isn't that the extinction servers though?
Extinction, I meant to say.
Yeah.
I said Armageddon,
Yeah.
but I meant to say extinction.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I
that's,
just think it makes it unhealthy when you get these big alpha tribes, because all they do is cause what you guys are going through, and that's what
I'm experiencing.
Yeah, what you guys are experiencing right now, actually, while you're here. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, obviously, I can't talk for everybody, and thanks, Fo, for killing me again.
Oh,
Why would
And,
you die from a rock?
that's not.
Because I've been killed so many times tonight.
Aw.
So anyway, so yeah, that was just my thought. I mean, like I said, I'm not. These are just my opinions. I'm not, saying that that's a concrete thing, but that's my personal opinion on that.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. And I think that tied in with what, like Fo said earlier, like they should just allow for a more diverse type of server, so that those people who chose to be on that server that wasn't an extinction server, sounds like what you would be up for is you think most of them should be extinction servers that have that time period, so that you can give people more a chance to rise to the top instead of it becoming stagnant. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand what you guys do, because I get it. Trust me, I was unofficial for a while, so I trust me, I understand that it is real. I used to get my butt kicked all the time, so I understand that completely.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, but yeah, I just think that that's a.
Yeah, it's, oh man, it just brings me back to like Chiefs. Like that just hurts. It hurts me to think about that it has turned into this, and it's they are doing this, and they're making this game a job for you guys, just to not lose everything that you guys have worked so hard to do. And what this happens is I don't think they think about is, you will end up like, if some worst case scenario, you guys can't hold on anymore and you just walk away, people go through a mourning session, because they will be so soured against that game, they won't want to log in anymore. Like, they won't. But does Wildcard really care? You're not paying them a monthly fee. They got your money. It's
Right.
kind of like that catch-22 where You bought the game. If you're not paying a monthly sub, hey, they got your money. They can screw with you however they want. Will you buy their next DLC? Probably not. But hey, somebody else will. You know what I mean? Like, it's a gamble they're taking. It's a total gamble.
Yeah, especially if the servers are getting wiped, right? I mean,
yeah,
if they're getting wiped, then they know new people will have a chance to get in and have some fun. Otherwise, that's not going to happen.
It's so freaking. It's shady.
Well, if they do go to something like that, people will know ahead of time. New people will know ahead of time, and it'll attract a different type of player.
Yeah, it is.
It'll attract the type of player who just doesn't mind stuff getting wiped all the time, or they expect it. And players that are playing now, I think, would adapt to it. They'd be like, okay, I know everything's going to be wiped. That's fine. That just gives me a fresh slate.
And the $500, that's crazy. Like, you could really turn that into a job if you want.
Oh yeah.
Just start advertising your services.
Alpha Tribe for hire.
I commend you, but I'm not that dedicated.
No, some people are though. Apparently, there's a job for everybody out there. What's the status right now for you, Iron? What's going down on your server? Last we spoke, things were going down. Was it the Alpha Tribe was being attacked?
Yes, and right now it sounds like just the Alpha, but you never know. We have some pretty good-sized betas on this tribe, so we'll see.
Wow.
But I flew over there with the Pterodon, and there's wyverns in the air, and I guess they brought in, I talked to one of the beta tribes, I guess they brought in about 50 Rexes, as well as a couple
And there's
Gigas.
no limit, or there was a limit?
On what they can bring in?
There's no limit.
They can bring in anything. No limit at all.
But those animals have to stay there for 12 hours.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you lose, you try to retreat.
Yeah,
You've got 12 hours to leave. You got to stay there.
Wow.
That's what our Alpha is saying. I mean, the Alpha, they haven't been on the server for like 3 months, but they said, just so you know, when you guys are done, because the Alpha Tribe moved to Scorched Earth, and they've only had one guy here as a caretaker on the server for their
Oh my
base.
God.
So he immediately called everybody, and it sounds like they're all back over here on the server, and they said, we don't really give a rip about the server. Just so you know, when you guys are done, we're bringing blah, blah, blah number of wyverns over from Scorched Earth, and you'll pay. Unless you sit around and babysit your dinos for 12 hours.
One thing I do like about this cross arc, we learned this. We had a tribe come in, they built up, they acted like they were new refugees, and I found one of the guys with a known troll, and they were picking apart some of our little bases, so I killed them all. I went back to my base, grabbed a rocket launcher, and this guy's screaming in chat, why? Of course he knew why. Went to their base, and I leveled it with that rocket launcher. I got so pissed that I literally, when the rocket launcher broke, I went back to my base, repaired it, came back, and shot more. It broke again. I went back, repaired it again, and came back. Well, when I was going through shooting his dinos in the head with my rifle, I noticed that it told me what server it was brought from.
Whoa.
It says that this dino was tamed on, and it gives you the server.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we immediately know where these people are coming from.
Oh my God.
So we know where to go back to if we decide to retaliate, which we're not, because home is protected first.
Right.
But I thought that was nice that give a little, a little idea of who's coming in, so that way if you do want to pay them back, you know where to go.
And that they won't know you're coming. That's the best part.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So if we had to play devil's advocate, I think one positive thing that is coming out of this is it's flipping your server up, but it's also now having you guys work as a team as a server against these weirdos coming in. Like, it's added an entirely different dynamic where before you were just brawling each other. Now new enemies are coming in, keeping your game fresh. You have to work together or you're all going down, kind of a scenario. So, I mean, is
Very
that
true.
kind of exciting or no? If you have the time, is it exciting?
If you sit back and think about it like that, yes, it is very exciting. You are right, because
Right.
I enjoyed that. I truly did enjoy just taking my rage out on them and just shooting every freaking rocket I had.
I could hear it in your voice. I'm like, as much as this is a pain in the ass, there is a part of him that is just kind of loving it. It's a pain in the ass. It's annoying, but hey, while you're there, you might as well enjoy yourself, right?
I mean, that was fun doing that, but
Yeah.
you know, then it's like, okay, let's reload, let's set back up, let's fix this, let's get right back on our horses and get ready for round 2.
Yes, because there
Tucker,
will more likely be a round 2.
Tucker, after the podcast, I got a story to tell you. I think you'll enjoy.
Okay.
Well, this is crazy. I'm gonna love to hear how this works itself out. I don't know how long they'll keep this up. Maybe because it's in beta. Maybe they're just testing it out, or alpha. This is part of the testing process. So
they're not testing the game; they're testing us.
Us, yes, because we are the game, the meta. Okay, we're gonna move into tip time, where we will. Each of us will pick, or has picked, a tip or a tale for this week's show. We're going to share a tip or a mod or a story or something that pissed us off, or for science. And Mr. Badger, you're going to get us started with an enraged.
Yes. And it's really funny that this is happening right now and that this is the topic.
Right? Isn't it? It
The
kind of
irony
crazy how
is
it played together.
mind-blowing. And so this is I've gotten enraged, and this is a continuation of my thoughts from the main topic, which is absolutely hilarious. So generally, I don't change my mind on things that I like or dislike in this game. I mean, most everything I either like or dislike in Ark. It's either awesome or not. And initially, I really liked the idea of freely cross-transferring from server to server characters, dinos, gear. I'm like, a great thing to do. You're on a sucky server, you move to a different one. Little did I realize, now I freaking hate this whole thing. It's just stupid. So, and it's funny because as I was talking about earlier in the week when I wrote this, earlier in the week, we were obviously being scouted by these guys. I recognized gamer tags in the chat, and I'm just like, yep, I saw you last week. Oh, saw you 2 weeks
muted.
ago. You're new. It's like, yep, now I kind of had the idea then, but I knew we were getting scouted for a big server raid. From what I saw, they've got wyverns, gigas. I didn't see any warquetzes. I didn't see any rock elementals, but it wouldn't surprise me if they had them. And part of the big deal is this server has an inactive alpha. Like I was saying before, they've been inactive for 2-3 months. They don't really give a rip. They've just had one caretaker sticking around with a giga to stomp on people to annoy him, kind of deal. And it was a pain in the neck. And part of why we didn't like him anyway is they wouldn't let people have like more than 2 quetzes or something. You couldn't have gigas, so they'd come back and wipe you up. Just stupid. But with this cross-server transfer, and like we've seen on this server, everybody's generally friendly with each other. Normally on the server, everybody's generally friendly, trade, whatnot. Somebody's a pain, we wipe their dinos to, hey, stop being stupid kind of deal. But the problem is, besides the alpha, we have 3 or 4 fairly good-sized betas. Everybody else is Charlies. They're all across the map, and they don't really feel like joining up to be the new alpha. So nobody, besides an active alpha, in theory, could stand up to these raiding tribes coming from other servers. We just don't feel like it. We want to play with our friends and be on our side of the server. Trade with whoever kind of deal. So, everybody's been nervous about this happening. Everybody's turtled up. The big alphas, or the betas, have turtled up in hopes of weathering the storm on their own. And the small tribes and the single players, from what I've seen flying around, are leaving the server. They're like, hey, I'm done, out of here. I'm seeing that now. It's like, well, great. I mean,
Right.
Not that it matters to me, but these people may not ever come back to the game.
Yeah, it
It's
sucks.
a great game. And Wildcard are freaking morons for doing this. I mean,
No.
yeah, I hope they're transferring or something, but if I mean, because I've seen some nice bases on this server. People get wiped, and I don't blame them for not wanting to come back.
Right.
It's a freaking wretched thing going on. Ticks me off. But I think if this continues on, I'd rather see all the servers wiped, because it's going to have a detriment to how many people continue to play the game long term. Now, the people that have bought in now, yep, they've got their money, but what's their long term payout going to be if they have a game like this? It's going to come back and bite them in the end.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it.
Yeah, because I mean, something has to give, and there's a breaking point in everything, and I just hope they don't sour too many people by allowing this. I think that they should keep it. Is this cross server right now in the Xbox? Is this just across all servers, or is it just a group? Because I think they should do it just like a group. Like when you join the server, you know that
it's by cluster.
Okay.
So it's a specific group of servers that are clustered together.
But they clustered all the servers.
Right. Anything that is official PvP and PvE, from what I hear, can come to a center, an island, or a scorched.
Okay.
If it's, you can only go from primitive to primitive, but you can go just anything like that within your realm of what game type, hardcore to hardcore, PvP to PvP, stuff like that. So I can go from server 1 island to server 27 center, as long as it's just the normal gameplay that you left from and to.
So it is a revolving door no matter where you're at, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah. And I think
Exactly.
that's where they failed with how they delivered this, was they should just have a certain amount of servers dedicated for clusters, so going in, this is what can happen, this is what's gonna happen. I don't think it's fair to put everybody in that. That's just stupid. Why not break it up? Go, I want this action. I want this. I'm going to sign up for this. This would be awesome. And then allow those people that don't want to do that, But I think by restricting and not giving that choice, they're just shooting themselves in the foot, like what we've all talked about. I just don't see where the benefit outweighs the disaster. I just don't see it. I don't see what they're gaining from this. Like, what is their motive? I don't see what they're gaining right now. So, I mean, I'm sorry to hear this is going on, Iron and Chief. I mean, it's disheartening when you do put in all that time, It sucks.
Yeah, and actually right now I'm watching in chat, one of the beta tribes apparently has been keeping close tabs on these raiders, supposedly killed them at one point. So the alphas the former alphas are like, hey, go take out the beta. They're little turds. Go take out the beta.
Wow.
So, and we've been pretty good trading buddies with them. So I think if they go after them, we might be next, kind of situation. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Cause I'm just keep an eye out. You never know at this point.
Yeah. Well, be interested to hear what happens next week. What happens and what's going on. Maybe get some of your tribe mates on that want to talk about it and have just a Xbox cross-server PvP, conversation of what you guys are all experiencing together as a group. That'd be cool.
If I could have you on my server, I'd hit you boys in a heartbeat.
That's right. All right. So, if Iron was done, then we can hop on to Mr. Prometheus. He has an alpha tip. Are you there, Prometheus? Prometheus, are you
Sorry,
there?
my mic
was chasing him currently.
All right.
I'm not chasing him. He's chasing
Sorry,
himself.
I had I had 2 levels of mute going on. So I had kind of created something that I call doughy legs. And so once you've tamed a Doedicarus, you kind of ride around on it, gathering stone as normal. Use it to also gather thatch by hitting the trees and stuff. And now you could use weapons and tools while mounted. So you could walk right up to a tree and harvest the wood. By pressing F, you kind of can go into each inventory, whether that be the dino or your own, moving the resources from the doughy into your own, and crafting the walls and foundations and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of prevents the having to have the slow crafty man walk thing that going on. So you're crafting and you're moving at normal speeds, and so you can also carry well over your capacity because you're still on the dino. And you can build up really quick, build structures, and pop the Ingram, of course, into your hotbar to make things move along even faster. So that's my alpha tip. I call doughy legs.
Right on. Right on. Luminen, you have a mod spotlight for us?
Yes. So I did restart a server in preparation for the Primal Survival, which is supposed to have been out like at least 5 days ago, at the latest. Yeah, obviously. I don't know. I tweeted the company that's working on it. I heard nothing back, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyways, on this temporary server, I was just looking through all the newest, latest, and greatest mods, and I came across this one, and I forgot to check what the name was. Give me just a second, I can look that up. But anyways, it's a really cool mod. Like, this is something that Goon would really love, because we all know he draws everything out on graph paper before he builds it. What this is it allows you to build the structure in game. It allows you to build. It's not like multiple type, whatever it is. It's like a test build structure. You have a wall, ceiling, sloped wall, sloped ceiling, floor, foundation. Sorry, regular ceiling, door frame, windows. That's it. That's all it is. Now, when you place these, they look just like what you that preview that you get, that green, glowy, flashy thingy that pops up before you build something. It looks just like that, from what I understand. I have yet to actually do this. It costs no Ingram points to learn each of the structures, and to build them, they each cost 1 thatch. Downside is they each only have 1 HP, so literally you could sneeze and blow the house down. But if you're wanting to test something before you build it, like, okay, well, if I put this here, will this snap there, or can I put this many foundations here, or do I want to move somewhere else because I can't get it big enough? You can test it with virtually no costs.
And I did want to mention I did use this. I did, and it's great. It's a great mod to use because it helps you with building for sure, because it'll give you the same collision markers that you.
Yeah. I haven't got to use it myself yet, but like I said, I'm just gonna look at it. I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be very useful. Yeah. I don't know.
You don't know because you're being chased in the video game? Is that why you don't know, or what?
No, I'm dead in the video game. I keep hearing my name in real life. So just.
Okay. I'm like, I sent some wheels clogging up. Speaking of clogged wheels, we'll just hop on to Mr. Foe. He has a tip for us. I don't know what kind of a tip. He didn't say. So, Foe, give us your tip.
Well, I'm going to give you a tip. And, by the way, poor Aluminum, Bobbin ran over there and, killed him, okay?
That's Aluminum.
In cold blood.
Little brother.
That's all I gotta say.
Aluminum.
I've been dragging around his body using it as like a shield for the past 5 minutes.
Oh.
But Barbit's the one that did the deed, okay?
Can I just
Freaky
say something real quick
Barbit,
here?
tan skin, bright red lipstick lips.
I put the lipstick on him. No, you know what?
I told you. Didn't I say I bet it was him?
You did.
I have music when I'm tabbed out.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't.
Did they fix that?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe you're listening to the stream or something. I don't know.
No, I don't have it open.
Okay, then you're just special.
Okay,
So,
now when I tab out, it doesn't do that, so I don't know.
okay, so Foe, your tip.
Okay, basically, I want to talk about when you have a server going, and this is going to be for the unofficial side of things. Sometimes certain servers, especially Scorched Earth servers, you run out of things to do because you're on there for a while, and that's what we were talking about earlier, where, you know, sometimes wiping every once in a while is a good thing to like spice things up, but sometimes you don't want to wipe, and sometimes you want to have something running for a long time. And simple mods actually pave the way of making a server like new again. And there's mods out there. The only thing I wish they had mods that had non-player characters that were like a little bit better than what they currently have. I think that would go a long way with spicing up the whole entire game. But they have mods out there like the Anunnaki mod, which really spices up a server. They have a thing called Tameable Alphas, and Tameable Alphas, you could tame all the alphas that are inside the game, and that spices it up a little bit. And just mods, like one or two mods that you swap out could like totally change the whole entire server, the way it plays. It's totally fun. I think on our PvP server they added ships. They have like airships, a fishing boat, and that looks pretty cool too. So I'm kind of excited to see what like that's all about. And that's really it. Just, you know, when you have a server like running, it's okay to swap out mods. I know sometimes people don't like to swap mods around, but it's okay because it spices up the server, as long as it's not a mod that like if you take it away you're gonna really miss it, like Structures Plus. Like if you take that off a server, that could ruin a person's day for good.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
So and I know adding mods, you don't want to have a server with too many mods. So there are little things you could take away, and there are little things you can add that could just spice things up slightly, so it's not the same exact thing day to day.
Yeah, I think that's definitely, I know we've touched base on it in the past, something that you definitely run into, especially on PvE servers, too, because you just hit that ceiling of difficulty, or building, or taming, and you're like, okay, now what, you know?
Exactly, it's true.
So, right on. How about you, Mr. Quicksilver? You have an RP rating etiquette tip.
Yeah,
Good one.
And this is gonna come from one of the other servers I'm on, which I'm not going to mention because I don't really want to mention it. But anyway, basically, RP rating etiquette. It's not the same as rating on a PvP server. It's completely different. Because when you're rating on an RP server, there is a way to go about it, which is the correct way. Which in my opinion, this may not go for everybody, but this is on most of the servers I play on. This is the way it's supposed to happen. When you raid on an RP server, it's more about the eventual interaction than the act of raiding, in my opinion, because that's what you're trying to shoot for. And RP interactions, you know, will it end up in PvP? Probably, but it doesn't have to start there. So when you're raiding, you don't need to blow up an entire base and kill all the dinos. So common courtesy is you make one hole to gain access to the base. Leave a note stating that you are the one who raided for further RP interactions. All right, and then also, normally if you break open storage boxes, anything you don't take, put into a smithy or such as to not grief the one you're raiding. So, we had a problem on a server. Got raided. And basically the note that they left was, you're an asshole. That was their idea.
That's hilarious.
That was their idea of RP. And I'm looking at the note, and I'm just like, and I'm my tribe mates, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, well, this just really is great. That's awesome RP for whoever that was. We know who it was. And they're a streamer, and they were impressing their stream by doing whatever they felt like doing.
Okay.
So the dumb part about streamers, and if you're listening, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Even those that are watching our stream.
That's crazy.
Is the fact is that you have VODs. We go back and check the VODs. And we can see what you do. So they do it for the people in their chats and stuff like that. I get that. You know, it's an entertainment thing, that's fine. But you know, if you're gonna RP, then RP. If you're gonna do PvP, guess what? I know a couple official servers you can go on. You can have lots of fun with the PvP aspect of it and have a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had, and I've seen somebody blow up someone's almost entire base for no reason, other than, and then on top of it, which I should have added metagaming in here, they meta'd a secret spot that this particular streamer who was actually playing by the rules actually had put on stream. Now he had done it on stream, so that's the only place they could have got it from, was going back to his bots and watching, where he put some, some valuable stuff, and they took that too. So I mean, it's funny. It is a game, yes, but like Shocker and Badger will tell you, boy does it suck when you start losing shit and you have no idea that you've lost it until it's too late. Some of the stuff you may have worked very hard to get, you've gone cave diving or whatever, however you've done it. And it's even worse when it's RP, when you're supposed to actually, like some people write riddles, and that's fine too, because that works, because okay, now I got a riddle, now you gotta try to figure it out. But to just put on there, you're an asshole. Okay, that's good start, but you need to finish it. You're an asshole because you did this or whatever, however they want to do it. So I mean, that's just my personal opinion. If and I've only been RPing for now almost a year and a half now. So I mean, some of these guys, they just do it, I guess, for the thrill and for their chat, who will push them to do things, and some because they're just assholes themselves and they just don't know how to. The only thing they know how to do is that. So, but that was my only.
That's a great tip too, and it's also, I mean, I think it's kind of the sense I've gotten just from like the more popular RP, twitchy kind of servers, is it's like, I think the server owners are kind of caught in the middle. They're like, oh, well, I don't want to take this streamer off because then they'll give me a bad name on their stream, and then they all will stick together, and then it's almost like you get caught in that catch-22. Do I please the streamers and let them get away with this, and then not give them just a slap on the hand, or do I punish them and lift up the people on the server? Because you don't want the streamers using the people on the server and exploiting them just to get more Twitch follows, more likes, because that's money based,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that is where you get down that path. I think you're I really hope that these RP server admins honor the people on their server, like the majority over the minority, like of their, like, they have like 10 streamers and they're like, oh, we got streamers on our server, and then they're so amazing and they're movie stars, yay, and then like they just let them feast on everybody else who's not a streamer. I think that's crap.
And unfortunately, though, it's run by streamers, so
and
there's
there you
nothing
go.
you can do.
You're just
so,
bringing in people to feast off from.
Yeah, we are cattle. Basically,
yeah,
what I look
you
at
are
it
cattle.
It's like the slaughterhouse. They're bringing in the cattle for the slaughterer to do whatever they want to do to create their own entertainment.
Yeah, to get their followers, to get their content, and to do what they want. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little cycle.
But don't get me wrong. They're not all.
Oh,
like
no,
that.
no.
Not all of them.
Yeah, no, not all of them. But from what the few that I've sat back in the little corner and watched, I've pulled that out. So, and I'm always for the underdog, anyways. I mean, it's just how I am, and I'm never gonna change. So obviously, stuff like that just makes me think it's ridiculous. So I just read between the lines. I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. So
that's definitely that. So that's part of the reason why I kept my server, was so that I could to grow an RP community. But the funny thing is that the people that I had on there all left to go back to those other servers.
Yes,
so it cracks me up that everybody was so upset about it, and then what was happening, and then they go back anyway, because that's where the streamers are. That's where the content is. That's where the RP happens.
Right.
So the problem is that it's a no-win situation, because the streamers bring the RP, but they also bring the drama. So
there's a lot of drama.
So it's just crazy. But
in my opinion,
don't get me wrong. I enjoy being on all those servers. I enjoy the RP interactions I have with everybody, and I enjoy everybody that was on the Renegades of Funk. I love all of them. It's just funny, because I guess I want to say adult, but I'm really not. But it cracks me up.
Yeah, I think I subscribe from the same thought process that you're articulating or attempting to.
Well, I apologize for taking up too much time on that.
No, it's true though. I mean, it's conversation. It happens. It's a thing.
Apology accepted.
Oh. So we are back to Mr. Chacker. You have a Force Science tip for us.
Yes, and I've already given Badger some information on this, so he can be joining me, so that way we can get the server going and ready. But I have Black Friday deal went on, so I got me a new Xbox, and I turned my old one into a Daddy. It is a Primitive Plus on the center dedicated server. So once we get it going, get it set up, and I can learn my adminning and admin codes and learning how to do all that, and get Iron in there, get him going, have some ideas going and fun. We'll start inviting some people over and get some of the CRR group people in there who has some Xboxes who want to play with us.
Awesome. Yeah, keep us posted so I can update info and tell people where to go.
Now, all you guys need is some mods to put in there.
Oh, you guys are not gonna know what to do when you see mods.
I know. Oh,
eventually it's gonna happen.
So exciting.
Skyrim has them, and they run great on the consoles. So
yeah,
it's gonna happen soon.
Skyrim, Fallout 4. I mean, it's coming.
Sweet. My tip is a mod spotlight. I found that really cool. Well, the zipline zipline mod. Loved it. Love it. I put it on I turned our RP server into a public RP server, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the show. But I put it on our Mortem 2Pay, whatever, server, and you can build a zipline pillar. It just looks like a basic wood pillar. You build it, and then you can select for connection. You can plop it down where you want it, and there's a radial menu that you can use, and that enables you to preview the zipline as soon as you put the next zipline pillar down in the placement mode. You can build the zipline pillar you want to connect to. You can make an start right up on top of a mountain. You can make your own zipline course with this mod. It is so cool. You can get off the zipline in the middle if you want. It's a fun mod. So I put the Steam link to the workshop in the show notes. It's called, I think it was just the Build Zipline Pillars and Ride Ziplines. So it's pretty neat. I'm gonna open up the page right now and mention the mod. It actually came out recently. It was last month. It was posted November 6th of 2016. It's created by Mezzo, and it's just